Once upon a time, in the ancient city of Athens, there lived a man named Alexios. Alexios was a skilled artisan, renowned for his pottery that depicted scenes of heroes and gods. Yet despite his talents and the praise he received from other Athenians, Alexios found himself in the constant pursuit of happiness. He believed that a happier future awaited him. If he could only gather more money, more skill, more renown, and more respect, he would find true happiness. This pursuit, however, left him unable to enjoy his life right now, in the present, unable to enjoy what he had accomplished up to this point, and the simple pleasures of life in Athens. Each day when Alexios sat down to mold clay on his wheel, his mind wandered to grand visions of the future, never settling on the satisfaction of his current work or the wealth of life that he could see from his workshop. His soul was longing for something that was always just out of reach, a feeling of happiness that he was convinced he would find in the future. One evening, as the sun dipped below the Greek horizon, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson, Alexios took a walk along the olive groves just outside the city. Lost in his thoughts, he stumbled upon an elderly man sitting beneath an ancient olive tree. The old man had a peaceful demeanor, the corners of his eyes wrinkled with smile lines. This man was known in Athens as Ocelus, a sage respected for his insight into the human spirit and knowledge of how to live a good and happy life. "You seem distracted, Alexios," said the old man. Alexios approached him and explained that he was daydreaming about how his life could look if he were more skilled and successful, and how happy he would be. The old man listened intently, his eyes twinkling with understanding, before he spoke in a calm voice. "My dear Alexios," he began, "this search for something in the future has become a habit, as it does with many others. It suggests that your present is insufficient, and it implies that you yourself are insufficient at present. This means that you will be unable to be at peace or at ease with the present moment. Your pursuit of happiness in the future blinds you to the beauty and completeness of today. Happiness is not a distant thing to be unearthed in the future. It blooms in the garden of the present, waiting for you to notice it." He gestured to the olive groves that surrounded them, where the setting sun cast a golden light on the silver-green leaves. "Look around you, Alexios. Your happiness does not lie in the pages of tomorrow, but in the words of today, as you write them, in the joy of your craft, and in the love and beauty that surround you at this very moment. The risk here, Alexios, is that you may get stuck in this searching mode for your entire life, always looking forward to the next source of happiness, never happy in the present." The old man's lesson struck a chord in Alexios's heart. For the first time in a long time, he truly observed the world around him. The beauty of the olive groves bathed in the golden light, the laughter of children playing in the distance, and the satisfaction in the faces of the customers who loved his pottery. In the days that followed, Alexios began to change. He still worked with clay, but now he also found happiness in the present. He found pleasure in the process of his craft, in the laughter of his friends, and in the simple moments of everyday life. He learned to see his own worth, not defined by the fame, money, or praise that the future might bring, but in the integrity and virtue with which he lived each day. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Alexios became a symbol of happiness and fulfillment for those in Athens, all because of a conversation with an old man and a little shift in perspective. And so, in ancient Athens, beneath the watch of the gods, Alexios discovered the true essence of resilient happiness. It was not a destination to be reached. Although there is nothing wrong with having goals, happiness is a journey to be savored in the present moment.